Yo, happy Monday. We are back. I'm feeling absolutely inspired today. I just went on a walk. It's the 1111 portal. People always mistake it for things of, I need to do this. Here's the next portal. Just freaking take action. Yes, I believe in the cosmos, but you got to take action. You got to use this as another reminder. That's your perspective. You choose it. Stop waiting for the next thing. Anyway, the portal is open and I went for a walk. I have a few new clients and people I'm talking to. There's so much around relationships, and I think this portal is actually about it. I started reading up on it a little bit, deepening connections with yourself, with your partners. So this episode is very timely, as always, and it was actually just a voice memo I recorded on my phone, so bear with me for the quality, but just think of it like an intimate talking, like you're my client or you're my friend, and I'm sending you a direct voice note to you, okay? That's what I want you to tune into as you listen to this. It's about getting over the fear of rejection, understanding your true nature, aligning with your highest partner, and tapping into your highest frequency now.
Yeah. Celebrate. Yeah. Waking up, I'm awake. Living my life, I may only get one of them. Stay in a moment, that gratitude, meditate. Cannot have asked for a better day. Seeing my fears never run away. Asking for strength, not a different way. I am the one, shine like the sun, I'ma be alright. Physically, mentally, I'm on a whole nother level. My body a vessel, a temple. I've been face to face with the devil. I float like a feather. Extending my blessings, we in this together. Vibrations can drop, just don't get attached. We want to attract, we celebrate every day, bringing us back. Enjoy and relax, have faith, the universe got our back. Thank you guys.
Today's episode is about helping you align with your highest, most divine partner, get over the fear of rejection, and feel that unwavering confidence within yourself. The way we do this is first understanding the truths of aligning with a partner. The truth is, we don't want the best person, all these different things. We want the most aligned, the one that we find the hottest, the one that we find the funniest, all the different things for us. We just want the most aligned person. And if you could see every single relationship as a chapter, then it helps you let go of the past, learn from it, and be excited for the future, because you're like, wow, I'm going to be excited to learn. I'm excited to align with the next person that's going to be even better. But that's only if you are acting in your highest truth. So one thing I love to remind is that the second you're being your best self, now you're on your path. You don't have to achieve anything. You don't have to get in better shape. You don't have to make a certain amount of money. The second you're fully aligned with your path, you feel that full confidence now. So there's health, wealth, love, and self-expression. There's so much to do in your energy and so many different things to work on. But the second you start to work on getting clear on each of those things, and you're touching on each subject, you're working on them each day, you're making progress, you're going to feel so good about yourself. And that's all that matters. The thing about with a partner is one of the greatest ways to become the magnet to them and align with them is saying, I don't ever need them, I'm okay alone. And that is super extreme, but that is how you fully detach from ever needing them. And that way, whenever you do align with them, you don't need them at all. And why do you not need them? People always say, like, of course you want to not feel like you want to be a partner, like, I'm afraid of losing. But there's no attachment there. So you're allowing them the greatest freedom to be the most full self they can be. They can stay aligned, and then you can look at life as saying, wow, I'm aligned with myself, they're aligned with themselves, and we're aligning together. How lucky are we? And every moment together becomes that bonus. And for me, that's created the best relationships I've ever had, the most flow, the most fun, the most honest, the most authentic. And that to me is way more valuable than having one that's more tension and we're forcing it and has a little bit of attachment. And going all the way back to my childhood, I could say early 20s, is I've had deep attachments to different girls, and sometimes when I was so afraid of losing them, then every single text would cause pain, it would cause tension, it would cause anxiety, and I did not like that feeling. So removing all of that makes me so free to be myself in these relationships. Now, often when we want to be a magnet, one side note is, especially as a female, you want the guy to come to you. Yet that doesn't mean you're just waiting. You have to do everything you can to be aligned with that energy. So say you're talking, you want the hottest guy you could ever imagine. and you're like, I want them to come up to me because that makes me feel most of my feminine. That's great. But what does that make you feel like? Does that person prove that you're attractive to them? Is it proving anything, or is it a bonus? Is it saying, I'm so authentic and powerful, like, yeah, of course I align with this person. So I don't think you need to actually take action as the female if you don't want to, whatever feels aligned to you. But the point is, there's a difference between just waiting for that to happen and for it to be an external validation that you're in your power. That's what you want to be aware of. The next piece is sometimes when you've been rejected and a girl says in my experience, I don't want this anymore. Maybe they don't give you clarity of why. Maybe they don't have the balls to tell you why. Maybe it was like they're not attracted to you at all, or even if it's just like a first date, or like they don't like the way you smell, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. But if you're saying, I'm not good enough, then it goes deep into your survival of like, I'm not good enough for a partner. And I call this the water off the duck's back principle. If you're able to say to yourself, I am healthy in my finances, I'm healthy in my body, I know my unique gifts, I'm see the world in this way, I'm always learning and growing, you're doing everything you can to be the best version of yourself, and someone says they're not into you, you just be like, good, because now I know that they're not the one for me, because the one for me will be aligned and will see everything and see me on this level. And if they're not feeling that, then maybe they could have been the right one because you felt attracted to them, but they're not ready for something, whatever it is, they're not at that same frequency. Point is, if you're able to get into your highest frequency, you're going to align with the highest frequency partner. Now, a lot of times we get hurt. Maybe you were with somebody for a while and then they leave you and you're like, how am I ever going to find that person again? And with that is like, how did you meet that person in the first place? And you can see how that magic happened. And you could look at magic in two ways. One is like saying, that happened once, there's no way it could happen again because it was so magical the first time. Or you could be like, wow, that happened once, of course it can happen again. I have proof. How lucky I am that I have proof that magic can happen. And that's always a perspective that you have at your disposal to do. So the deep work for you to do is, are you looking at yourself, or are you looking for someone to complete you? Are you thinking you're not good enough, and why? And what's great about that is, like, for me, it's like sometimes I was like not feeling great about myself. And I'm like, what could I do? Use that girl that I got broken up with when I was heartbroken. It's like, to motivate me. I'm going to be stronger. I'm going to be in better shape. I'm going to make more money. I'm going to do all the things. And there's a balance there because you don't want it to be for ego, but if it makes you feel good, and when I say good, it's not mouth pleasure, temporary good. It's that peaceful truth that you feel joy. And that's only you to know. That's why I like doing this, to help you build awareness of what is true for you. So for me, when I'm training hard and I'm getting in good shape and I'm wearing nice clothes and I got a haircut and then I'm in my business, living my passion, trying my best to inspire other people, I'm rapping, I'm living my fullest expression in all these different ways. Yes, on the surface, other people might think I'm expressing in those ways, but it makes me feel so good. And that to me is the ultimate way of detaching. That detachment is the key. Because if you're doing all those things, and I say to myself, if someone comes, great. If they don't, great. I am having so much fun. I am so lucky of all the things I get to do. And you're just at the attempt of climbing this mountain. If you're attempting to do an insane goal and you're just going towards it, the person you have to become is the reward, and the person you're being in the moment makes you feel so good. You're maxing out your life as a human. And that for me has been the secret sauce for me to feel so good about everything I'm doing. And you have to get so clear with yourself. It's tough because like in business, it's like, am I owning my value? Am I in the job that I like? Why am I settling for this job? When it comes to girls, I'm like, am I going for somebody that's aligned? Am I being patient? Am I being trusting? Am I being myself? Or am I trying to put on a show for this girl? But if you're able to have that awareness and be honest with yourself, you can really start to embody your fullest frequency. And it feels so good, because then when someone sees you for that version of you, it's the most liberating, most freeing thing, and it just amplifies you. And that's the relationship I want, is someone that amplifies who I already am. I didn't have to like get somewhere and then now I align, because now I'm like, I have to be that. It's like a job resume. You put this job resume, you try to make the job resume look as good as it possibly can. Then you get that job, you're like, oh God, I hope they don't find out who I truly am. Instead of being so honest with that job resume but that's where the fears come in, because if you do that, sometimes you feel, I'm not going to get a job. I've never gotten a job in this area. How am I going to get a job? But if you keep putting the resume with the wrong description, you're going to get the wrong jobs. So it takes the balls to say, this is the job I really want. And that came with me. For me, it was like, this is actual jobs, which I see as relationships. What do I actually want? Do I think those gifts that I'm offering are worthy? Can I even make money doing these things? And that's where your work is like, what do you want to believe? What do you believe? So plenty of fish in the sea at the end of the day. And last note on motivation and inspiration and hope is, so often people say like, what if nobody likes me for me? That's a really deep one. And also like, is there somebody out there? Like, you don't see them. It's the unseen. So you're like, how am I ever going to find this person? How do I know they exist? That's what I mean by going towards the mountain, is I want to work towards that amazing person, and just the thought of ever aligning with her is good enough for me. If I never do, that's okay, because going for that makes me feel inspired, makes me feel healthy, because on the flip side, if I say, I don't think they're out there, I don't feel good about that. Like, I just don't feel good. So if that story makes you feel good, like, you know what, maybe they're not out there and I don't need them. I guess that's okay. But in everybody I've worked with and myself, when you're going towards that, and it's hope and it's unseen, but that takes a courageous person to say, you know what, I'm going to work towards that just in case they're out there. And that possibility is what lights me up. So it takes balls to say, I'm working towards a possibility. You don't know, and that's the magic of life. But you'll never know if you don't go towards that. If you're not working towards the magic, where are you going? And that's the deep question to ask yourself too. If you're not focused on the possibility, what are you focused on? Freaks, thank you for tuning in. If you are acting in that at all, if you're saying, you know what, that resonated with me, and I'm going to take an action, I feel the fear, I'm going to do it anyway, that is you allowing the light through. And I personally thank you. If you're new here, I offer energy coaching. I'm looking for more VIP freaks that want to find their unique gifts, share them with the world, speak their truth, and just live more authentic with more fun and passion. That's it. I'll see you on the gram. I'll see you always. Thank you for your feedback, every message, every reply. I read every comment, and I love it. I truly want to build a deep community with you guys to make a movement in this world. So I love you. Have the greatest day of all time.
Life is a gift, a present. My life is a blessing. My life is a message. What will it say? I gotta show them the way. Everything seems to be going my way. Luck on my side, I can't throw it away. And I don't wanna wait, I'm dying. I feel it inside me, cause I got some risks to take. Living out things that I wish, okay. This ain't a dream, it's a glimpse of fate. Breath on my body, my friends are behind me. Designed by God for the rich today. Throw me a curve, I got hits to make. Vision, I had to release it. The mission had too much to do about Stephen. It's not my decision, I let it go. This the life that chose me. This ain't no low key. Wake up on the high side. Greatest day of all time. This the life that chose me. This ain't no low key. Wake up on the high side. Greatest day of all time. Maybe I'm dreaming too big. Maybe the hand I was dealt. What if I never take steps? How could I live with myself? You know, gotta let him out. Gotta walk the walk. Edge off me, no alcohol. Captain now, keep the fest so light. I'm done. Still bring the hype.